Hey guys, how you going? Jake Stringer. Jake Stringer, I'm in pain, alright? I'm in pain, alright? Fuck! Oh my god. Bro. What the fuck? Anybody want Jake Stringer? I'll handball him off. I reckon, fuck it, we get rid of him for free at this point. He's a target that does nothing. He's fucking up the synergy. It's his fault, it's all his fault. Let's just fucking get into it. Thursday night footy between the D's and the Tigers. Now, this game was actually pretty interesting leading up to it. That's not something I thought I would be saying or towards the start of the season, but two teams that sort of have shown a little bit here and there of being like sneaky, dangerous, fun to watch sort of teams. Well, Melbourne's not very fun to watch, but the Tigers definitely in the two winning performances have been really fun to watch, and in patches of other games as well. I think there's good shit going on at the Tigers, and one of those good things is fucking Vlosten. He is an incredible batsman. He plays like a sort of kind of like Tom Stewart a little bit, like that roaming back sort of, peels off to take an intercept mark, but he's just got he's got real smarts for it. He's someone to watch as this Richmond team develops. He'll be a crucial part of their structure, I think. He's fucking awesome. Hey, look, this was a pretty good game in the first half. The third quarter was a blowout for fucking Demons. You know, Melbourne were just capitalizing on every fucking mistake that Richmond made and was really sort of putting a bit of that like experience to show. Like I say, I think that the Tigers are a good fun team, but they do have a lot of inexperience. They have a lot of skill error around the ball. And the third quarter really highlighted the gap between these two teams, if you can say that. But they fought back pretty hard in the fourth. You know, it was overall a decent game. The first half was pretty fun. I got a little bit sleepy at the third, but... And again, it's fucking strange because, you know, Noah Bolter, shit cunt probably. But, I mean, probably. You punch someone over a fucking slice of pizza. But, you know, you do wonder, like, if he was able to put that performance on Max King, how different would this game be with him there? Obviously, I'm not saying free him or nothing like that. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if the Tigers get up and about or not. It's not my club. It's not my passion, whatever. But, you know, that's something that they do have, again, another thing to look forward to is that when he's served his sentence, I mean, he'll probably get fucking, you know, the shit pushed out of him pressure-wise. But when he comes back, that's another good defensive structural element that they can use to like get that run and carry ball going, because they have like sort of a frantic style when they move it forward, but it's really fun to watch. It's really cool. It'll be great once their skills clean up a bit and once they get a bit more sort of tough around the ball. Like at the moment they're a bit not like soft but weak, if that makes sense, just, you know, through experience and age and all that sort of shit. But yeah, whatever. D's got up and about. I still don't think Melbourne's a fucking good side at all. They still, again, in patches looked really shit. They just managed to put it together for like 2 quarters total over the 4 quarters, and that was enough to sort of put the Tigers down. But yeah, it was a fine game. The Pies and the Bombers was not the blowout that I sort of thought it would be. The Bombers managed to sort of hang in much more than I assumed and did pretty well without fucking Sammy Draper. Like, gold zone, bro. He looked alright. He did alright. He wasn't winning too much, and he was fucking slow behind the ball. But, you know, he did fine. He did okay. Just a bit of fucking dominant flexing of the Pies again throughout patches of this game where they really do look to be quite dangerous. And like, if they were kicking straighter, like they missed a fair few shots, not all of them were super easy, but they missed a few gettable ones. If they were slotting those, this could have been the blowout that I expected and could have been the blowout that many people expected. And I think that's an area that they can work on and that they can get firing at the same time. And as long as their defense, like their defensive game plan holds up throughout the rest of the year, they will be a fucking huge threat. They are looking dangerous as fuck. It's giving the Pies of a couple years ago, that sort of energy is coming off of them, you know, like they're just finding new ways to utilize players. Like Steele Sidebottom, I'm so happy he got best on. That's fucking wicked. He played a great game. You know, everyone played fine. Dacos did cool. I saw Nick Dacos in real life. Fangirl moment. I was at a cafe and he walked in and got a juice, and I'm sitting there, we were talking to my missus, I'm like, I think that's Nick Dacos. And then I was just sat there going, you know, he's such a good footballer, like fucking hell, he's good. Anyway, yeah, Steele Sidebottom, one of the fucking goats. So glad that he's finding a new prime. Not a new prime, but you know, he's playing as fucking good as anyone else on that team. And you know, he's just an awesome bloke. I like hearing him talk. I think it's funny. Hearing him say "go to Pies" at the end in the speech, it's a classic. You know, you can't go wrong. Well, you know, I'm happy with this result. Now the Adelaide Freo game. Disappointing from Adelaide, very disappointing to be honest. Who are the pretenders here? Who are the fakers amongst these two? Is it Adelaide, who, after losing that pretty close one to the Gold Coast when they should have fucking won, because Rankin, it was a free kick. Anyway, regardless, they sort of dipped a bit in form. They beat us, but they played like shit in that game, and they played like shit in this game. Like shit's a bit stiff, but they weren't the same team that they looked to be at the start of the year, and they had a lot of holes that Freo was exploiting pretty well. But then you look at Freo, who lost to fucking Melbourne the week prior, played like shit, have this slow, boring sort of brand of footy that relies on explosive moments from like a fucking Murphy Reid or a Shea Bolton or something like that. Like, who's the faker? They can't both be a top 8 side, I don't think. I don't think there's enough room for that in the comp at this moment. And you know, if you just look at this game, you'd have to tend towards Adelaide, because like the scoreboard doesn't even necessarily reflect how poor they were throughout the game. If Freo were, although they kicked decently, like, I don't know, they could just punish them a little bit harder if they were a bit quicker around the ball or so. Their structural setup was killing Adelaide. Adelaide just couldn't find space. Every time the ball went to any fucking contest or anything like that, there was 8 Freo players around it to the 4 Adelaide players. I don't know if it was a fitness thing, just a bad day out sort of thing. I don't know, but it was pretty disappointing to watch, you know. Had a bit more hope for him. I guess Freo could be a sneaky one this year. Fucking, I don't really think so. You wouldn't think so, but it is what it is, I guess. Kind of a schlocky game, not the best. Happy for Murphy Reid. He's having a fucking great first year. He probably will get the rising star if he keeps kicking the way he's kicking. He's very smart. He's got like the IQ around the ball, especially out of the pocket. He's pretty sick. He's pretty cool to watch. But yeah, that's, again, not the best game for a Friday night. Lions and Saints, I don't know. Not much to see here. Like, the Saints were cold, just didn't really get up and about. The Lions sort of managed to, across all 4 quarters, dominate and sort of control how the game was being played. There wasn't much of the Saints getting it on their terms, and it comes down to the Saints lacking like a bit of depth in the midfield, lacking a bit of that like bull power, someone to break the game apart. They don't really have that. They got a lot of like flashy, talented players. Wangani Malura is like a fucking jet. Jack Higgins, sneaky little forward. I forget the cunt's name. Wilkie's good, but that's not the lad I'm thinking of. He's a forward, Callum something. Or is that Cal Wilkie? I don't fucking know. Anyway, Brad Hill, great runner, halfback. Like, there's so many. They got some good players up along the ground, but no like major star factor that is going to break the game apart. And I think that's what was really evident here. Brisbane do have stars. They have stars, again, all along the ground, not just these like crazy good players that are good in short bursts. They do have genuine fucking 4-quarter effort stars, and they put it to them a little bit. I do have a little bit of concern around Brisbane's like scoring ability, which is ironic considering they blew the Saints out pretty bad, and the Saints are a good defensive team, so like it's not like there's major problems here. But I worry about the key forward situation. I don't think Hipwood is a good key forward. I think Charlie's having a quiet year. Archie is, again, a pretty fucking great forward, but not like a key target sort of thing. And I don't know. I see that becoming exploitable towards the latter end of the year once teams have been able to sort of really pin down how to break that forward line apart defensively. I think that could be an issue for the Lions in this year at least. Again, stars all over the ground. The Ashcroft brothers, they're fucking amazing. Whatever. Not too shocked with this result. North and Port. Fuck, bro. They were saying during the game some shit about like the average score that North has conceded this year is over 120 points or around 120 points. Port didn't score that in this game, but got to around 100. Pretty fucking high. And it really speaks to the defensive issues at North. Now, North played a pretty good game. I'm not going to take too much away from them. The umpiring was pretty crazy. That's all pretty crazy is the way I'll phrase that. You take what you can get. And, you know, there was a lot of heat in it. Jason Horne-Francis is a big talking point, a lot of beef around that. Jai Simpkin was giving him a lot of shit. Cherry was getting pretty up in him. Simpkin and Butters was going at it. Was funny. I liked Simpkin in this game. I like him getting a bit fired up and fucking talking a lot of shit. You see a lot of the media being like, you know, he's got to be a bit more level-headed at that when his club's not winning and not up and about. Fuck that. Get some dog into him. Get a bit of fight into him. Get a bit of bite. That's probably what they need to spark a win. A bit of fucking aggression rather than this soft pretty boy whatever the fuck shit they got on. So I like the tension in the game. I like the passion in it. But again, they're players that aren't firing. Like, Sheasel's not having the best year, and there's a lot of pressure on him, so I'm not putting too much on that, but it exposes when he's having a bad patch or a down patch or whatever. It exposes the problems with the rest of the side, where if you're not having these types of players have their burst moments, really, it's hard for them to get going in a lot of ways. I found that Cherry's performance wasn't the best this game, which is a shame. I thought he really could have sort of put it sweets there, could have been a bit more dominant. I think he was good, but you know, not overexerting his physicality, sort of. Larky was shit. I don't know what, you know, got the yips, just missed really badly in shots that would have turned the tide in the game in the end. You can't put it on that in one moment though. You don't lose a game of footy with a missed kick. It's other things leading up, and there are other opportunities you could have taken to make the difference so that you wouldn't need those opportunities, whatever the fuck. Yeah, overall, I think their performance was pretty good, but I also think Port managed to just do what they had to do. This was a danger game for Port because of that rivalry, because of North's ability to sometimes turn it on and have a great game. And Port just did what they had to do. Hardened up, they copped the shit, pulled Horne-Francis's head in, and he kind of tore him apart. Not tore him apart, but he played a massive fucking role. He was an excellent player. Let a few frees go behind the ball, whatever. Undisciplined and talk shit to the coach, that's fine. I don't really give a fuck. You can manage it and get him to do what he does, that's fine. I think that's what Port wants, and they would be pretty mute to the noise around, you know, the pressure on Horne-Francis and pull his head in, he needs to grow up, whatever. He's fucking winning them games. So, yeah, the big conversation about this one though comes down to the Paul Curtis tackle. 3 weeks? Fucking bullshit. You tell me the difference between Paul Curtis's action and this action right here from fucking Nick Watson on Harley Reid. Why is one of these tackles celebrated and the other a 3-week suspension? If not, the outcome. If we are judging shit on outcome, if there's a suspension, it's 3 weeks. Fuck, not suspension. If there's a concussion, it's a suspension of 3 weeks. That's fine. If that's the rule, that's fine. But that's not what the rule is. That's not what the rule's been stated to be, and it's fucking confusing for everyone watching the game. Bedford and Dangerfield last year in the same week had a similar-ish tackle. The Bedford one was basically identical. The Bedford one was more in his back. He dove harder. It was fucking Tim Taranto. It was against Richmond. And I don't remember who Paddy's was. I think it was Sam Walsh. Yeah. Fuck, I got good memory, lad. Look at his godfish, blah. Fucking, yeah. Both of them got off. They were meant to get 3 weeks, and both of them got off. I think that was in the same week. I'm praying maybe I don't have good memory. Anyway, both of them got off, and using the justifications of whatever, it was an accident, it's a footy action, shit happens. But then this year, the exact same fucking situation happens. The exact same situation happens with the fucking, in regards to Toby Bedford and Paul Curtis's actions. And then in the exact same week, fucking Nick Watson gets celebrated and posted by the AFL to say, look at this massive rundown tackle. We get it. It's a smaller player tackling a Harley Reid. It's a big, you know, that is a moment. That's a fucking moment. I'm happy for it. But I think the Paul Curtis one is a moment too. If he doesn't get concussed, we celebrate that tackle. He was given the free kick for dangerous tackle in the back, whatever the fuck, that's all you need to give. There's no punishment further than this. The knees dive into the ground and it propels him forward. It's shit. If he was trying to dive his fucking head into the ground, he wouldn't have tackled him from the waist area and pulled down onto the knees. He would have dove into the upper middle back. That's how you fucking put someone into the dirt, which he didn't do. It's just fucking frustrating. You know, like, again, if it's outcome based, that's fine, but just say that. Just fucking say that. And Connor Nash getting 4 weeks for fucking clotheslining Brian Myers a week prior, and then this gets 3 for a complete accidental footy related action. It was a mistake in a tackle that got a bit dangerous versus a fucking after the ball clothesline. What are we fucking doing here? I pray this gets overturned, and that will change my tip for the next week. Spoiler. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking shit to see. The game's gone soft. Like, that's happening. The bump is an extreme example where it is outcome based. Like, you're allowed to bump as hard as you fucking want if they get concussed, even if you bump high. Like, you can bump in the shoulder, whiplash, they hit the ground. That's weeks. That's fine, because we know that's how it is. With tackling, can't be the same fucking thing though. Then tackling has to be changed. Something has to be changed. We see players doing full 360, 7 fucking 20s while getting held and then disposing the ball, and it's not holding the ball. They're holding onto it for fucking millenniums, I don't know, a long fucking time. They're holding onto it forever, and it's not called holding the ball, so you have to drag the player to ground to get the holding the ball like called. But then if you throw any aggression into that and they accidentally bump their head, it's 3 weeks. It's a fucking confusing situation, especially for defenders and like power forwards like Paul Curtis who like use forward tackling pressure. But that's his entire role, and that changes if we have to change how tackling is like looked at and approached by players and umpires. And I just worry for the direction that that's going to go, and I worry for the spot we're in right now. now where it's fucking bullshit. It's case by case, whoever feels fucking bad on the day, if they get concussed. Nick Watson's a star that that sells fucking tickets, so we promote him. The Wiz, the Wizard, the little kid, Paul Curtis, who's in the top fucking actual legit champion data 25 players this year. He's come out, this is his breakthrough year. He's playing amazing footy. He's pivotal for North staying in games at this point. Not only is he their best player at the moment, he's like crucial for their growth at this period. It is players like Paul Curtis that need to stand up for North to not fall away to the shitter. And if he's getting punished for doing the job that and putting in the fucking effort that no one else on that team is, it's a dangerous look. So I went on a bit of a rant there, but yeah, I don't know, fucking shitty. Free my boy, free Paul Curtis. He shall get freed. And if he doesn't, watch out. Paul Curtis, suspension upheld, 3 weeks.
As someone with a current concussion.
Fuck. All jokes aside, that's fuck. That's bullshit. They should take it to the appeal fucking higher court. Take it to the high court. Let's settle whatever they're doing at the moment, and let's take care of some real issues here in the national interest. Fucking, I don't know. It's just fucking disheartening. It's very disappointing. The precedent's been set. Whatever. I'm gonna riot. We might riot about this one, but I'm not changing my tip from North. I don't know why. Fuck, I probably should. But Luke Parker's fired up. I see him having a ripping game. Sheezy ball. The fucking Kane Corns talking mad shit about Harry Sheezel. That's going to get him fired up. The fucking North, they find a way to get this done. Please. Oh, fuck. The next game was the Giants and the Dogs game. Fuck. It was 5-3 scored by the Dogs in third quarter time, and we scored a point. What the fuck, dude? Toby Green is playing like shit at the moment. He played like shit against Adelaide, and he played like shit against the Dogs today. Not today, and not shit against the Dogs, but he underperformed and he missed super fucking easy goals. I'm sick of hearing the commentators say, that's very uncharacteristic. He always slots those. He loves those. He misses them pretty fucking often. Trust me, I watch it happen all the time. And it's not that, like, that's the problem. Like, he misses easy ones all the fucking time, and he hits hard ones all the time. He's a bit like that. The problem is when he doesn't fix those errors in time. He has 2 or 3 shots on goal, misses them. 2 or 3 easy fucking running in, open into millions of fucking acres of space, easy shots, and misses them. And he's your captain, so that drags everyone down. Stringer misses couple fucking super easy shots. What the fuck is he doing? Oh my god. Bro, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. The Stringer experiment, he's not the package, he's the fucking, I can't think of a joke. I'm done. My brain's turning off. It was a fucking waste. It's not working. Throw him in the back line. Have him as a pack crasher. Our back line's fine. Our back line's strong as fuck. It's the only thing keeping us in any games. I don't know where to put him. Have him in the forward, but have his job to be take a mark, crash a fucking pack, and hands it off. Don't shoot to fucking score. Just don't. It's not working. Give it off to fucking Darcy Jones. Give it off to fucking Harvey Thomas. Give it off to fucking Riccardi. Riccardi played a pretty great game in the first half. He's keep it off towards the end. I don't know. Like, some of our players played great. Sam Taylor played great. Ash played great. Buckley played great. You want to know the fucking commonality here? They're all backmen. The ball was in our back half all the fucking time. We weren't able to punish them on any turnover. We weren't able to get our run going. In the first quarter, we did. And in the second quarter as well, we did. We had our game going. It fell the fuck apart in the third. They figured us out. And we, on those missed opportunities, just fell the fuck away. Very disappointing to watch. I'm not like season over shit problems. Problems are rearing their head that are hard to fix. Our ability to score with such a powerful forward line. We can't just rely on Jesse Hogan. If Cadman isn't going to be taking a marks, and he played pretty well that game too, but if he isn't going to be taking those power marks that someone of his height that we're trying to utilize, and we're trying to utilize him in that like power crash mark way, if he's not holding those, and if Stringer isn't fucking hitting any meaningful scores, we're in for the shits. We can't rely. Yes, we're missing Brad Daniels. I don't think he makes that big of a difference in, I mean, he does, like, he's good for a couple goals a game, but in terms of like lifting those other areas, I don't know how important he is, other than taking away a defender that's probably a bit more primed that will go to one of these other forwards. Good on the Dogs. Happy for Libba. I love Libba. You know, it's good to see. But yeah, I don't know. And the Bond's playing like crazy. Resting the Bond in the fourth, fucking subbing the Bond out for a rest. That hurts me, bro. That hurts. Suns and the Swans. Up the Suns. I fell asleep watching this game because I was pretty hungover. Just rocked me a little bit. Had to mitigate some pain. Let's phrase it like that. So I was pretty fucking groggy watching that, and I'd just been watching Prates lose as well. So my heart was in. I've had not a great weekend. Anyway, fucking yeah, fell asleep while the Swans were up. Woke up and the Suns were up. Just happy about that. I love seeing the Swans fail. Makes us silly. It makes it interesting with this week. But you know, I think the Suns. It's good to see that they have that ability to come back and to put a team in their place and stop a momentum flow, especially a team like Sydney that can really run on some momentum. Heaney can fucking and Warner can light something up and carry them for the rest of the fucking game, really. So that was pretty great to see. Like I said, missed most of the game, so I can't really commentate on too much, but yeah, let's go to Suns. Let's go. Blues and the Cats. The Blues are back. The Blues are fucking back, bro. It's crazy. They're back. They're just fucking back. If any doubt was like here that I had massive doubt. I'm not gonna lie. I had doubt because they were beating teams that they easily should be beating, and it didn't look too dominating. They fucking put the Cats to bed. Comprehensive victory, and the scoreboard doesn't even really reflect that. Like, Geelong were able to get momentum patches and really capitalize on it, but the better team on the day was just the Blues. Wiedering's obviously one of the best defenders in the competition. That helps. Silvani, though, he's playing out of his fucking skin. Shut the fuck out of Cameron. Cameron had a quiet one. De Koning looked pretty strong throughout most of the game. Their centre, it just looks great. Like, their midfield is pretty strong at the moment. And this isn't to say that, like, the Cats are bad. Like, the Cats are still going to be a very... I've said this a lot, though. Cats aren't winning all their games that I think they should be winning. But I still think they'll be a pretty threatening side, especially towards the end of the year. I think they generally do that. They pull it out when it matters most. So it's not fucking dire straits at Geelong. But yeah, the Blues are back. That's all you can say. And I'm pretty happy about that. It's fuck Carlton, fuck Carlton. And when they're losing, yeah, it's fuck Carlton. But I like Cripper. I like Walsh. So, you know, fuck Charlie Curnow, fuck Harry Mackay, whatever. I'm glad your team's doing good. Hawks and Eagles, yeah. Yeah, nothing to say. Yeah. The Wizards suspended for 3 weeks. Alright, let's get into fucking this week's footy. I got some spicy ones this week, so Thursday night footy, North and Essendon. Now, I have officially tipped North, and I will officially change that tip if Paul Curtis isn't playing. If Paul Curtis plays, I'm going to this game as well. So, you know, I want North to win. I'm biased. Whatever. I got hope. I got prayer. I think they can capitalise on a wounded Essendon that lacks depth throughout the game. Lacks depth throughout the field. North lack depth as well. But this is a game that is gettable, and is a game where if their key players are firing, if Sheasel has a good game, if Georgie Wardlaw comes in and breaks through the game a bit, LDU shows that he was worth signing that much money, if Cherry has a fucking day out, which he definitely can, oh my god, Cherry could be so good this game. If Larky hits a few targets, which you normally expect him to do, and if Paulie Curtis puts on a bit of that forward pressure, the defensive issues aren't going to matter that much because Essendon doesn't have that strong of a forward line. Kako could probably tear a bit up and likely will, but I've got faith. Fuck, I don't know. It's a Lucy. It's a real Lucy. But I'm going North. I'm sticking to it. It'll be cool to see the boys watch them play. First game I'm going to this year, so wicked fucking yellow, bro. Friday night we have Dockers and Saints at Marvel again. Oh fuck, bro. Rip my tips, cunt. No. I'm tipping the Saints. Crazy, I know, crazy. Ross Lyon was not happy with their performance against Brisbane. Fucking Freo are inconsistent. That's my thinking. Freo are a slow ball movement side. Saints have run and can break away. Power play is missing, sure, but I don't know. I've got this weird faith with this. I think back to what the Saints did to Geelong, and I just think they can pull something similar out. Just something out of nowhere, kind of, and you know, I don't know. That's a blind faith one. I don't even really know. It's at Marvel. Fuck it. I'm sticking to the Saints though. I reckon this is a good shout. This is a good shout. I could be proven very wrong, but I'm faithful. Saturday we have the Dogs and Port at Mars Stadium. I'm gonna take the Dogs on this one. They looked fucking incredible against us. I've said it throughout the whole year. Dogs are playing great footy with the outs that they got. They've got Bont back, and yeah, they're missing Darcy. That's pretty big. But I think they can carry this momentum. I think they can do some fucking damage. And Port, they've had a good 3-win run. It's not gonna hurt. It's not the end of the fucking world if they lose this game. They could prove me wrong. And it's not that like, oh, North did good and North is shit. No, there's passion in that game, so I understand how that game played out. I just see the Dogs as a fucking dangerous side, and I see them getting this win, and then people really looking at them like, oh fuck, they're gonna be dangerous this year. Guess who's been saying that the whole time, brother? No, but I got the Dogs in that. Carlton and Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. Fuck, bro. Am I really doing it? Am I really tipping Carlton? I think I am. I just changed the tip when I smacked my phone, but I'm changing it back. We're going to Carlton. Carlton are firing. Adelaide are having a bit of lost footing at the moment, and I believe that Wiedering can effectively take out one of those key forwards. Oh, is Fogarty even fucking playing? Is Fogarty back? I don't know. He fucked his shoulder up. Anyway, I think that Wiedering can effectively take out one of their key forwards, and Silvani's playing great enough footy to where he'll neutralise another one, maybe, or minimise their impact. Benny Keys could have a bit of a day out, being a sneaky, quick mover in their back line there, but in their forward line, for Carlton's back line, sorry. But he was quiet last week. You know, I don't know. This is a bit of a fucking long shot, but I do see Carlton getting this one done, for whatever reason. Blind faith, call it.
So I'm a fuckhead. Silvani's out with a broken hand. And Zach Williams is out with like a calf injury or some shit. So this makes it a little bit different. I'm still leaning the Blues. But now I've got myself an out. I'll blame someone if I get this wrong. But I don't know. Sneaky feeling on the Blues.
Fuck though. This is like risky tip after risky fucking tip. But yeah, I'm sticking to it. You miss all the shots you don't take. And the longer the shot, the cooler it looks if you pull it off. Next one's a safe bet. Pies and Cats. Pies are gonna take that one. Again, Cats are a good fucking side. It's nothing against the Cats. The Pies are just playing some great footy, some great defensive footy with some sneaky offense, and I think that it'll be a great clash either way. I think the odds don't reflect like how close I think this game will be. I think it is a bit of a coin flip. I just think that Pies are in a bit of a tear at the moment, and that they will capitalise on the opportunities that they have. They'll capitalise on that momentum. They're a very good team for that. I think Darcy Moore comes back this week, so that's a massive help. He's playing some pretty good footy at the moment. You know, I don't know. It'll be fun to see how Bailey Smith, what he does to this team. It'll be fun to see Smith and Dacos running around together. And I'm sure there'll be a bit in it. I think it'll get a bit physical, a bit heavy, a bit passionate, and I'm keen for that. But I am leaning towards the Pies on this one. Melbourne and the Eagles at Optus. Fucking, I'm going Melbourne. It could be the Eagles. Could be. This could be their first scalp. Again, I don't think Melbourne are anything fucking hot at the moment. They won a couple games. They beat Freo. Maybe they lose to this WA side. I'm not confident enough to tip it. I think the safer bet is Melbourne, even though it's up at Optus, and that does change things a little bit. I just think there's so many fucking holes at West Coast. There's so many things missing that when they do look alright and they get a little bit up and about, they still don't look as promising as when Melbourne is up and about. I think Cossie's going to have a day out. Unless Clayton Oliver literally shits his dacks and slips and slides and fucking makes the ground a bit muddy, I don't really see West Coast holding their footing in this one. I just don't. It's going to be a boo fest 24/7. I hate seeing Melbourne win, but I think it will happen. Now, the Sydney Clash, us versus the Swans. I'm tipping us. Will I blindly tip us for every single game this year? Yes. Of course I will. Do I have good reason to tip us this week? Not really. We played worse footy in patches in the Adelaide game and in the Dogs game than they have again in their last 2 weeks, I think. But in saying that, this is a clash that riles us up a bit. There's a lot in it. That energy should propel a bit of momentum for us. I'm just fucking praying. I don't know. It is a bit of a hope and a prayer. We're the favourites. For fuck knows why it's that big of a favourite. I don't know. I got faith. The betters do too. Go to punters. Don't put a fucking punt on this game. Don't put a multi on this game. You will not get it. That's my biggest prediction. Unsung heroes will be the determining factor. That's the Oracle's fucking woo! I don't know. Go the Giants. Yes, go to Giants. Hawks and Richmond at the MCG. Again, Hawks are just going to probably do this one. Similar to why I thought they would do so well against West Coast. They'll just break the game apart. They're pretty good at that. I think they can punish Richmond on skill error. This will be a pretty high intensity game though. I think it'll be fun to watch, no doubt. Richmond are in with a chance. That's all I'll say. I don't think it's like if they win, not a huge margin, but they're in with a chance to unsettle the Hawks here. And the Hawks have been shown to be gettable. I don't know how gettable they are for Richmond, but they are gettable. So yeah, it'll be fun to watch, but I'm taking the Hawks pretty comfortably. Yeah, not too worried about that one. And then the Suns and the Lions at the Gabba. I'm going the Suns. Fuck knows why. I don't know. I feel they can get it done. I feel like they can this is the best scalp for the Suns to take all year. This is the one you want. Brisbane have been proven beatable, and to beat Brisbane as a team like the Suns in the position that they're at right now, not on the ladder, but like in terms of where they want to be at the end of this year and where they're showing they can be, this is the scalp that they want. I think that drive will push them there. I think Dimmer's going to be a fucking hard ass and rile them the fuck up for a bit of war. I think this one, I know Anzac Round was Anzac Round was last week, but there will be war on this field. Is that disrespectful? I don't know. Shout out the Anzacs. Shout out the Welcome to Country. Fuck you if you're a racist cunt. You should choke on your own dick. But that's the end of the fucking tips. Pretty shit tips. Making that clear now. I'm aware. There's some risky ones in here, but you know what they say? They say, take your meds, Jack. Ugh!